That's not. I fucked up. I fucked
Again?
up. I fucked up. No, we're good. We're good. We're actually on screen. The problem was that I didn't actually have you guys full screen. So it's just like it was a mess. But it's fine. It's fixed now. It's fixed now. No one look at the stream from now. Now you're good. Now you're fine.
Okay, we're good.
Oh, wow. What a beautiful stream.
I had the then the fuck moment.
Yeah, it really was. It's 2 times in a row. God, I just need to be asleep. Welcome to another week of the book club campaign. I am BurrowsRed. I am the dungeon master for tonight. We have some spooky nonsense going on today that I hope that you will all enjoy. And I hope that you have a wonderful time. I am joined by some amazing players today. Starting off from the left to the right, we begin with Terra, played by Friendoboi.
Heckin' Halloween howdy. I am Friendo. I play Terra, the half-elf Oath of Vengeance paladin. I said that weird. Someday I will update the World Anvil with episode recaps. I'm working on it. And my look this evening is realizing that the hair crimper you've had in a box for 10 years might not be entirely electrically safe when you're already using it and going, but also those little dolls in horror movies where they're like, nah, it's fine, she's just Cindy, but obviously something is very wrong with her, which, you know, big mood. Hooray! Mel!
Hi, I am Maleficent. I play G, the Azamar Bard. Fucking hell! Bard Rogue!
Bog has to
and
be the
I'm-
name now.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
I'm like a spooky Victorian ghost child, except for I got bored, so I just started putting on random bits of leather, really. I'm a ghost hunter. There we go, that's what I am. I'm a ghost and a hunter of ghosts. I'm a ghost hunter.
Yeah.
I don't really have a lot of costumes. In fact, none at all. So I'm wearing something that is probably gonna be not spoopy, but definitely very squid. Hi, I'm Chips. I do music and stuff, and lately I have been doing a lot of workouts, so I've been very busy. Okay. Okay, next.
Hi, I'm Jimmy, or Kat. Tonight I am serving absolutely nothing, but I am here, and that's all you're getting out of me, so.
It's the mood lighting though, like.
Yeah, this is the mood lighting of I didn't turn my lights on.
It works.
Hi, I'm Pastel, and I'm playing Temi, the Furbolg Circle of the Moon Druid. And today you could see if my camera lighting would work out, but I have little cobwebs hanging from my eyeliner, which looks cute in photos, but bad on camera. Fuck yeah, everyone looks really cute tonight. Okay, bye.
And I'm Ellie. I'm serving a reflection of the many people that have been punched in the face by Eludere, I guess. Just really went in on it. I mean, she's also been punched in the face a lot. Lots of punching in face. I didn't go the full neck snapping, which did also happen, but yeah, I play Eludere, Way of Shadows monk, who causes a lot of nosebleeds and things. Maybe nosebleeds for multiple reasons? Who knows?
That just sunk in. Anyway. Anyhow, today we begin with episode 10. I've just realized there is absolutely no music behind my voice, and I'm like, why does everything feel really fucking weird? It's because there's no music. But I don't think we have any super big announcements for this week. It's a regular week as regular. We still have the Shrunk one-shot donation goal, so if you feel like seeing that chaos evolve, you will get a small taste of that chaos tonight, I promise. Maybe. I shouldn't promise things. I should never promise things. I should be like a doctor and not promise things. But yeah, just keep that in mind. But because it is close to Halloween, we are here for a very special spooky episode. So buckle on in for the recap. My God, I don't remember where we started last week. Can someone refresh me where we started last week's episode?
We woke up.
Drink.
Yeah, from the dreams.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Didn't we start out in the dome?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you did.
evil Toddlington was gone, and Eludere was violently shaking Temi awake as we started last week.
So technically, we were in the dome. This was when the party was staying in the tavern in Northmount. They had been barraged during their night's rest by a shadow Terra, who then turned into G's grandmother. Very interesting one to explain. And a spooky Toddlington who disappeared in, like, goop through the floor. So Eludere awoke Temi, who had struggled to stay awake, or I should say wake up, after being harassed by the freaky wine that they had the night before. They managed to try and chase spooky Toddlington out, who was currently feeding on one of the people downstairs, and they just did a big boop boop. And Toddlington, as far as they're aware, the evil one, not the real one, was dead. Yay! We love that for us. Turned into a pile of dust. Really got the Thanos treatment right there. And the rest of the party just kind of went, wow, that's really fucking weird. Everyone went for a bit of a walk. There was still that weird, freaky, like, Feywild bullshit happening right now. And the party soon realized it was only within a 150-foot range of the tavern. So, yay, exciting. They hadn't been teleported to an entirely new plane. This wasn't a hell moment all over again. Everyone was just like, oh, sick. This actually doesn't exist. I'm gonna go back to bed. And that was essentially exactly what they wanted to go back and do. They went back to the tavern, they curled up for the night, and then they heard some errant whispering and whistling on the wind, which then roused them from their sleep and suddenly convinced them to do parkour as they saw the image of the... I just heard Pastel laughing from the other room. The whistling and cowboyish image of now named Nash, the ghost that they met the last time that they were here, whistling and walking on out of the city. So the party went, you know what? We're gonna follow him. It's gonna be brilliant. We haven't even rested yet. We haven't done anything. Friend, I believe, just jumped out a window and fucking broke their ankles. A couple other people went down the stairs. Eludere just jumped gracefully down, like a monk does. And yeah, everyone managed to follow behind Nash, keeping a solid speed, just kind of going, so why are we chasing a ghost through the town and then further out into the town and then further into some trees in the early hours of the morning? Not really sure, but we feel like this is the right move. Nash slowly drew them closer to the Serpent Lash Manor, where he had tried to kind of convince them to go earlier on. Also gave G his jacket, just because G was like, I want to see what happens, and he was like, sure, I guess. That's alright. So she now has a stinky jacket, and Nash went here.
It's not stinky! I prestidigitated it.
That is true, it is no longer stinky. And as they headed out, Nash looked to the Serpent Lash Manor with these big, huge vines and dangerous-looking thorns out the front, and a manor just far off into the distance with quite a bit of land in between. Just went, and here is home. And everyone went, wow, I really want to go there. And he went, hey, come on in if you feel like it. And then he disappeared while everyone else went and had a nap. And they did. Everyone completed the rest of their long rest, woke up in the morning, like 6 a.m. in the morning, and the first thing they decide to do is talk to said vines. Temi was like, I can do this. Vines, I got you. Let's be friends. Let's make some friends here. Make some allies. And the vines apparently were a bit too friendly. They kept trying to reach out towards Temi and trying to grab her, not really knowing, the party not really understanding whether or not it was like a hi, I'm going to just like give you a hug, or it was like a hi, I'm going to come in and smother you to death kind of deal. So they weren't really trusting those vines, and probably for good reason. You know, they're pretty terrifying, pretty dangerous too if you did get stuck in them. But I digress. Party continues on, heading out closer and closer to the manor, using the kind of middle entrance, well worn by, what do you call them? Fucking... What's the... Wagons. I'm like, that's the word I'm looking for. If I just do this, it'll make sense. Wagon tracks, though have not been used in quite a while. Party just continues on up, seeing the manor in the distance, just going, this is pretty sick. But the vines are like, Temi, you're also pretty sick. Come here. So the party has to keep on going, otherwise these vines just want at her. They also see a spade in the distance, just kind of patting the ground and digging things out, and the party soon realizes that Nash is there, but you can't see him anymore. And the party tries to speak with him, and he's just like, I can't see you, don't know what you're on about. And everyone's like, that's fucking weird. And then they continue on. And the vines get more and more insistent, until suddenly they start increasing in their pace, and they're just like, I want blood. And the party's like, we don't want to give you our blood. So the party druids transform into giant flying creatures. One of the party just decides to just be like, fuck this, I'm out, and jump into the air and start flying. And they head on forward to the manor. Just pop right up the front and just go, this is a cool manor. The vines aren't coming any closer. Let's head on inside to the spooky-ass creepy manor. We can see there are like some weird doors opening everywhere. Seems to be very well haunted. But it's 7 o'clock in the morning. What could possibly happen? That, I believe, unless I've missed any major details, appears to be most of what happened last week. Party begins their session at the front door of the Serpent Lash Manor. Huge, giant, ornate doors in front of them, with the tower of the manor to the right, directly connected to the building, but no exterior entrance. And obviously seeing that there are quite a number of rooms that extend from this point on from here, that will be accessible from the inside. But the door sits. Doesn't do much because it's a door, but it is there.
Lightly thrown by the, it doesn't do much because it's a door. And I'm like, is this door a mimic?
I haven't thrown a
Could be
mimic
the
at you
wind.
before, but it'll be fun.
Now is not the time to start.
So it's like
Well,
mostly open? Do we have to touch it to go inside, or can we just...
It is currently closed.
Which doors were opening?
No doors were opening. Oh, sorry. When did I said about the ghost doors? Sorry. I was explaining remember there was the gardening little like shed type section off to the left of where you, or like to the
Oh,
east of
right,
where you
yeah,
are now.
okay.
That was where the doors and such were opening, not the main door. Sorry.
Right, okay. I thought it was open.
Ooh.
are we going in?
I will
know.
try the door.
Yeah? You want to try the door?
Yeah.
You
Why we're
find that
here.
it is locked.
Can I kick it?
You certainly can. Roll me a strength check.
There are probably smarter options than this, but
Check
it's
under a
alright.
pot plant for a key.
All right. Oh, you fucker!
4.
Literally, yes. It's my new D20, and it's a 4. So it's just, what is happening?
You're getting it out now. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go and attempt to kick the door, and you just kind of kick like the most reinforced part of the door, and your foot just kind of like clangs onto the front of it, and you're just like, it's definitely locked.
You would have like jiggled the handle and noticed it was locked, and G's gone to like get out her lockpicks, and you just kick the door, and she's standing there like,
And
Try
First, Terra can't steal a shovel from a ghost, and now she can't kick a door down. What is going on?
Bad day to be Terra.
It's all going down here.
Oh no.
Unless Temi is actually checking underneath the pot for a door.
I'm still a bird right now.
You're still a bird.
Yeah, I was gonna wait until the door was open to change. Just in case we need to get away.
I will lockpick it.
Okay, sure. Roll me that check.
Nat 20 plus 12.
Well, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
You
I'm
might
so
know it.
tempted to just be like, no, you can't open it, but I can't.
Where?
There's no way feasibly that I can do that for you. But yeah, you manage to... Like, it takes a while still. You're very proficient with what you do. But it definitely does take a few minutes for you to kind of get this door to start moving. Kind of the pins and things on the inside of the lock. I'm not super familiar with how locks work. I've seen how they work. I don't know. Don't really get it. You feel things clicking around. You feel things are starting to open up, but you're just like, it's going to take me a minute. And you hear this slithering of the roots getting closer and closer. And you're just kind of like, okay, I need to hurry. And you kind of like feel like one of your party members just makes a little squeak. It's like one of the roots ones over their foot. And you're like, oh God, I gotta keep going. And as you keep going and you keep going and you keep going, finally, after a few more minutes, you hear a click. And the whole door lights from the bottom. Now, just for a bit of scene setting here, you stand before the manor that is half burned from the top. Smoke, ash, dirt, cake the outside. It's definitely hasn't been used in a number of years. You know, at least 5. And at this point, it honestly doesn't look like there's much to it. Though the windows are intact, mostly. The wood itself seems to be structurally sound. But the manor itself definitely has like it's not been cared for. It's been left to the elements, left to the weather. There are like small plants and things that are growing up the sides and all of that kind of thing. But as that door clicks open, you see a bright light coming from the bottom of the door and from the the bottom of the deck that slowly rises and lifts above the door up to the roof of the outdoor patio bullshit area. I don't know what the fuck you call it. I don't know houses. And slowly covers the whole thing, restoring it to a great beauty that it was not previously. And you all get to sit and watch as the roots that were over a few of your feet disappear. And as you look back around you, you see the grounds that had been filled with thorns higher than any of you. Unless any of you are 10 feet tall. I don't think any of you are. No Lady D's in this party. We're good. Well, no, we're not good, but...
Damn it!
You look out, and instead you see a beautiful vineyard. Manned by multiple different people. All running around in similar kinds of outfits. You see Nash in his position where you hadn't seen him before. And you see all sorts of other people just rushing on through, seemingly in like waiters and like server attire and that kind of thing. And you kind of get a moment to kind of understand what this manor would have looked like in its heyday, because it appears you're standing in it. And as you're kind of taking in your surroundings, getting a little bit of a brief moment to kind of take all of this in, this sudden change in background, you look to yourselves. And you quite literally look to yourselves. You see your own person standing in front of you. Confused, you look back at your own bodies and realize you've changed. Firstly, not really sure what order to exactly explain this in, but let's start from the beginning. Eludere. You look down and see the body of Friend now as your own hands. Your clothes, and you kind of feel at your face, and you feel it's very much not yours. Friend, you feel yourself as Eludere. Feeling long, slender fingers and nice, long hair. And, you know, nice clothes, all that kind of deal. Multiple less eyes, that kind of thing. Attenborough, you see yourself as Temi. Furbolg, so a little taller than what you are. I think by at least a foot. And, you know, a little different to your regular muscly shirted, non-shirted physique. Terra, you see yourself as Attenborough. You now with no shirt. And I don't actually remember the sizes, but I think he's a little taller than you, possibly. I think he's like around the 6 foot mark. For some reason I remember that. 5'10". That's around the 6 foot mark. So like 1 inch taller. You grew a singular inch. But now you find yourself as a human man. Gee. You find yourself as your dear Terra. The familiar kind of oil slick armor, the shorter hair, you're feeling the breeze on the back of your neck. And lastly, Temi. You feel yourself as G. Dressed in multiple clothes and feeling multiple different blades at your sides. That's how this begins. But yeah, there's a regular hustle and bustle of all of the servants and things around you. They're not seeming to pay you much mind at this point in time.
Oh shit. Wow, oh shit. Well, that's just interesting. We are all very small. Is that how you've been seeing us this whole time, Temi?
What?
What is happening?
You're not me. I'm you, but you're not me.
No, I'm you. You're me. I'm you.
Wait, who is who? What is happening right now?
I am G.
Right.
Ah!
Who are you?
I'm Eludere. But
But no.
apparently not Eludere.
But no,
I points at Friend in Eludere's body.
Oh. I'm you.
Yes, apparently.
Wow. I'm going to eat something now.
Please don't do that. I mean, if you can eat something, I would recommend it over the course of the day, but don't just pick it up off the floor and put it in your mouth. Like, have a ration or something, I'd recommend.
You can go very fast. I'm going to go fast.
I can.
Run away.
We don't know what's going on here. The Friend, come back.
What direction would you be heading in?
Forwards?
Like into the manor or like out into the vineyard?
Are we like in a room that I can run around the like perimeter of without just fucking off into the house and dying?
So you're currently on like the front deck. So you could technically like run up and down like the front deck part. It would be like running past all of the windows.
And it's just the least graceful you've ever seen Eludere.
T9000 running.
Just so that you can truly get a feel of what this feels like to be an athletic character again, roll me an athletics check.
It's not athletic character, it's a dexterous character.
But probably slightly better.
No, it's actually
0.
pretty much the same. I think Friend has a -1 and Eludere has a 0.
Oof.
She's all dex, baby.
Oof. Acrobatics?
Yeah.
Let's make it acrobatics, for the hell of it.
Okay. Oh, I can't roll your things. Ow, Jesus Christ.
God.
Yeah, I don't think in D&D Beyond you can roll other people's sheets unless I can give permission.
Well, I rolled a 3. It is +9. Pretty
It's
bad though.
pretty bad for the dice roll, but like the result is still pretty good. You
Yeah.
take off faster than you think you've ever been able to take off, and you're able to just run up and down the deck before you. Just kind of absolutely zoom in. You feel like if it was possible at all, you would be kicking up dust behind you at this stage. And you feel very agile, very able to do things.
Whee!
Fred, please come back. Let's talk about this first before we're running off.
If I see a bug, I'm gonna put it in my mouth.
Please don't do that!
With your newfound agility,
Snatch
you
it out of the air.
are able to, like, I don't know, find, like, look, sleight of hand check for me. God, D&D
That's a
Beyond is really
19.
just nice.
19 plus 9, so... Hey.
It's just, like, if you had, like, any kind of tool or utensil, you would be picking up bugs left, right, and center. You managed to find this small, like, green bug on the side of the building that's just kind of, like, traveling by, and it looks at you, and it's about to fly off, and you just grab the thing straight out of the air. It is yours to do as you wish.
Put it in my mouth.
Yeah, you eat that bug. It tastes like bug.
It's crunchy.
Temi G looking for her book, realizing she doesn't have her book. Walks over to G, or I suppose Terra. Can I please have my book?
I don't like the texture of this one at all.
Stop eating them then! Don't have any more! Wait!
Maybe this one will be better.
No,
Try another one.
Eludere's gonna like run up, like try and catch up to where friend is.
Just for the hell of it, I don't know.
Also acrobatics check.
We'll make it athletics. I think maybe acrobatics. I don't know. Whichever you feel is most appropriate in this instance. You are trying to
Probably
grab someone, so
probably yeah, athletics would be. That's a nat 1, which is a 0.
Yep, love that for you. You trip on the deck as you go to head over, feeling kind of uncertain on your ankles. You get the feeling that when friends said that they fucking snapped their ankles from earlier, they possibly weren't lying. And you just fucking trip over your feet, just donk straight into the ground.
I just stay face down, just like, why is this happening? What is going on?
That looked like it hurt.
And it's more my pride.
You'll learn to give that up.
No.
Before we not that there's any perhaps we should who's who right now? I am Terra.
I am Attenborough, and you need to stop slouching.
It's just. Do you mean having a moustache? Is that what that means? I'm a little bit freaking out.
It's okay, just stand straight. Stand straight. Wait, what accent does Temi have?
Ambiguous European.
Yeah.
Northern European.
In Soviet Russia.
But-
In Soviet Russia, you stand straight.
But what, Burrows?
I was just gonna say, I was trying to think of the character. I can't think of the character, but I don't know the chips that actually know.
Eivor.
Yeah.
Is that what you do? Yeah.
Yes.
From Assassin's Creed.
As a
Oh,
as a
shit.
brief reference, but I don't know that will help you.
Give me a second.
Eludere's just weeping out of her now many eyes.
Well, yeah, is it many eyes today?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
Let's just say yes because it's funny.
Okay. It is a strange feeling to now feel tears coming out of multiple different eyeballs.
They don't all blink at the same time, just so you know.
Weird. I don't like it. I just want to cry normal.
Right, so presumably, Friend and Eludere have switched Attenborough's Temi.
I'm Temi, and evidently quite a bit shorter and very shiny. I have never felt this beautiful before.
Cute.
Thank you.
I
I think you're very pretty all the time.
Oh, thank you. But it does feel very weird. So, what do we do now?
Good question.
Well, it seems like we are in, some sort of spell around the area. I guess we'll, before we find out what it is, I guess we'll play along.
Yeah. Should we... So Nash is still outside, correct?
Yeah, Nash is just sitting, minding his business, gardening in the garden.
Should we see if Nash can see us now? Because he couldn't see us before. Or is he maybe too far away?
He's like, maybe like 100 feet from you, like not super far. It's just around the fountain that sits at the front, but you can definitely see him from this distance.
I'll go run.
Sure.
I'll go run to him.
Sure. You are more than able to do that. So you can head around the fountain and you see Nash just sitting kneeled into the ground with just his little spade, just doing his thing, sowing his stuff. He's doing good. And as you kind of rush over, he kind of hears your footsteps and you see him like just turn around and he like adjusts his hat a little and he's just, welcome there. How can I help you?
So you can see me, yes?
I believe so.
Cool. I have quite a few questions for you.
Understandably. I believe you were talking with me earlier.
So my friends and I... Sorry, you go ahead.
My mistake, I was simply implied maybe we should step aside. Over here. And he'll just gesture off to like a quieter part of like the garden's center part where there seems to be like workers coming in and out. And you see like some people will like walk past him and like ask him a few questions and he'll just like gesture them off in a different direction. He will also see all of you in the distance, like Friend rushing off, catching bugs in the front, well, as Eludere. And just Eludere also like face down into the deck, just having a bad time, and everyone just kind of chatting amongst themselves, and just be like, right. Will anyone else be joining us, or is it just us two?
I think everyone's just trying to get used to something, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about. So I'm not who you might think I am. I don't know if you know. So wait, did he know G's name? Did he know anyone by name when he first met
Not at
anyone?
all.
Yeah, cool. So I can't even explain that.
He will at least look to you and he's just, you aren't the young lady who I offered my jacket to last night?
In body only. So the manor. We attempted to open the door and we have all swapped bodies, it seems. While I love this for me specifically, I don't think others are having quite as much fun. And I just wanted to know if you potentially knew a way around it or maybe could explain. Has this happened before?
I'm afraid I can't shed any light on this situation. It's not something I've ever encountered before. Certainly a first for me.
Cool. Cool.
I'm sorry to cause any distress. I simply just wanted to see if you wanted to, see the place. It's excellent grounds and all of that kind of thing.
Yes. That I would love. Let me get back to you. And I'm gonna run back.
Power walk back over. Sure. You managed to make your way back without too much incident. You kind of have to dodge past a couple of the workers around you, but you do manage to find your way back fairly easily.
So, Nash can see us now. I'm sure you can see there's quite a number of more people here, and everything kind of seems to be a little bit more easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, as Nash kind of advertised to us originally.
Where have I heard that song before? Anyways.
Nowhere. I made that right up. Yep.
So talented.
Yep. Now that I'm a little bit more charismatic, gained a few bardic abilities.
Oh, yeah.
Eludere, who's still on the ground, would look up. Does he know what's going on?
No, not at all.
I'm so sorry.
Well, he wants us to see the grounds, so we might as well just explore as we had originally intended.
I mean, why not? That's why we're here.
Try and see the positives in what's happened.
To try to see the positives of following a ghost.
This isn't
Makes
just
sense.
a little bit fun for you?
It's yet to be seen.
To be rated.
It's at this
I'm
point you
having fun.
hear... It's at this point you hear the front door, open properly, and you see a servant exits, and she looks to each of you and she's just, "Oh my word, I'm very sorry for having you wait out here. I don't know why everyone suddenly has an accent, but this is happening apparently.
I love it.
Pray may I ask, what be your names? I'm not sure that we're expecting any guests this early."
I guess I'll start. My name is Temi.
Greetings, Temi. It's good to meet you.
You weren't expecting guests this early, so you were going to expect guests today.
Yes, Lord Serpentlash often expects guests, and usually ones with an invitation. Unless perhaps you have...
We were invited to see the grounds.
Roll me a deception check.
Right.
As Terra.
By the
I know.
groundskeeper, Terra.
That's actually, what's your deception? I can't see it. +4. Okay, that's actually really, really good because I got a 17. So it's a dirty 20.
Well, I
So
guess
we're doing
technically...
okay.
I guess technically it could have been a persuasion, because technically you're not wrong. But yeah, either would work.
Well, Terra's persuasion is 8, so I don't mind. Still, it's either a dirty 20 or higher.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Well, certainly...
G hasn't quite worn off yet.
That's fair, that's fair. Well, certainly, the grounds are quite magnificent, and we do many tours throughout the day. Certainly can be arranged, but won't be able to see much from our deck here. May I have the rest of your names, please? And we'll kind of give a small side eye to Eludere, who's currently like still face planted into the floor currently, just kind of lifting their head a little.
Probably when someone came out and was addressing the group, she would have very reluctantly gotten up off of the ground. Ow.
What would Friend be doing at this point, do you think?
Probably still eating bugs. Since
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like Eludere's reaction to it.
Temi, can you roll me a d20, please?
It's a 2.
A 2. Okay. The servant who opened the door does not seem to realize that Friend is currently off to the side eating bugs. Your names, please.
I'm Lady G.
Lady G of family.
Oh, Brightside.
I wasn't sure if you'd know that.
Hmm?
G just kind of whispers over, I wasn't sure if you'd know that.
Oh, well, I pay attention.
Yes, I'm Attenborough of the Elder Tree Tribe. Please don't ask me to put on a shirt. This is part of my culture.
It's just who I am.
It's just who I am.
Certainly,
Attenborough.
certainly. You're welcome to wear whatever attire you feel you need. Lastly,
Doesn't the world need these arms anyway?
Oh my god, is Terra going like, damn.
A little bit. A little bit.
Oh, me. I'm Friend.
Friend. Yet to be seen, but I'm sure we can foster quite a friendly relationship together.
Yes, that is a hilarious joke that has never once I've heard.
I'm sure. G, roll me a d20 as she eyes each of you down quite intently.
Can I
15?
pop over when I see them talking to her?
Yeah, of course.
Hello!
Welcome, welcome to the Serpent Lash Manor, and what might your name be?
Looking at her name at the top of the sheet.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Eludere.
Eludere, of what family?
This is Eludere Eclipane Lunalatus. She's from House Lunalatus and is a guest to this region.
I know how to say my name,
But
I
she...
prefer for other people to say it.
Yes, I do that for her.
It's an agreement we have.
yes, a noble woman shouldn't have to introduce herself with her own name that she definitely knows very well.
Certainly, certainly. Now, how did you go with that roll, G?
15.
After this little bit as well, she's eyeing you down even more. And you see kind of a look of, like, scrutiny in her face as she looks to each of you and she just says, well, if you would like a personal tour, I can organize perhaps for one of our staff to lead you around. The waiting room is simply a few doors inside, or you're welcome to take a tour of the exterior on your own, whichever you feel is most appropriate.
Yes, we may tour the grounds while we are waiting for a suitable servant to be allocated, as of course we have 2 noble women present. You would take great care in selecting an adequate, knowledgeable servant, I'm sure.
She takes a moment, just a small moment. There's like a little twitch in her eyes for a second there. Anyone with over like a 15 passive insight will recognize that she was a little offended by the comment, but will compose herself. Certainly, of course, we can organize to get someone very suitable for your tour today. Though you must understand we do not have one booked, so it may take a few moments for us to organize someone together. Again, you may wait in the waiting
she's
room.
like, the servant be like, just a moment, let me just find you the most suitable servant. Hi, here I am.
Yeah. But yeah, she'll offer you either the waiting room or if you would like to tour the exterior yourselves. So she's offering a tour of the house also, but that will take some time.
House tour, house tour.
Should we go outside first, though? And
Yep.
then...
Yeah.
While we
Yeah.
wait for them to get a person.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I now feel like an arsehole because I thought she was insinuating that she was too busy, and I see that I've offended this woman insinuating that she's not good enough.
Okay. It's what dealing with anyone with an ego. It's just like working for rich people all the time. Horrible time. But yeah. So if you offer to tour the ground, she will just look to you and bow in your direction and just, we will certainly send someone out as soon as they are prepared. I'm sure it won't be too difficult to find you all. We will see you shortly.
It's me, by the way. I'm a noble lady.
Oh, and me.
We're noble ladies.
Very noble.
So noble. Okay,
see
bye.
A look that passes on her face that's just like new money. Like, and we'll just simply bow very courteously and then head back inside, but closes the door very firmly behind her. And you're left to the grounds as you wish.
Oh. I suppose that went well as it could have gone.
I think so too.
Do you think Nash was going to give us a tour, or are we actually just wandering around here unsupervised? Because
I think he offered us one, yeah.
Where is he now?
He's just beyond the fountain. Just a little bit over there.
Okay, shall we go grab him?
He was a bit busy, but I'm sure he'll
two
understand.
noble ladies
It's
here.
for 2 noble ladies, of course.
Requesting a tour.
That's us.
Yep, you are a noble lady. And are definitely presenting oneself as such.
Yes. I've never been a noble or a lady before.
Well, 2 birds, 1 stone. Neither of which objects you should just put in your mouth, by the way, just in case. And anywhere in translation that could have been interpreted.
Yeah.
If you
I'm
do,
caught on
make
that
sure I
idea
have my
now.
book.
Oh.
I feel
Alright.
like I could catch a bird.
You can. Yes, you definitely can in multiple different ways. Don't.
We'll see.
Yep, I'm sure we will. For the first time, fully realizing that it's like a full person swap, Eludere is gonna really just gamble on something, and she's gonna put her hands in her pockets.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Just,
Yep. Sure. Do
Hang
you
on.
looking for something in particular, or?
Nope. Just putting the hands in the pockets.
Probably doesn't feel great. I think there might be a salamander in one of those, though.
Yes. Correct. You feel a small bite on one of your fingers. Decent enough to come from a small lizard. Like.
Or just... Okay, well... I'll just put it back in.
Yeah, so you just see Annie is just like attached to your finger right now, and it's just like just picking up a
Okay,
different kind of
well,
energy from you.
I'm gonna put you back now. Goodbye. I'm not gonna do that again. Can we please find a way to reverse this?
Other than that, their pockets just feel like, imagine, like, you know the floor of your car? There's just so much stuff there and you can't explain it. It's just that, but inside a pocket.
Just very textured when maybe
Maybe
it
some
shouldn't
Clean their
be.
car.
Huh?
Some people clean their car.
No, impossible. I know what you're talking about.
Ali and I don't. So
Yeah.
we can relate.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure that at a minimum there are like multiple dead spiders in there. So
Oh, yeah, probably some alive too.
Oh, there would be lots alive all throughout. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, yeah, Friend is crawling with spiders. I forgot about that. They're in the robes, and the robes are like quite heavy, so you might not have like felt them at first. But they're there.
Gonna level with you guys. I don't feel great. I would like to be back in my body. So can we decide what we're doing? Because this is an experience, but not a good one.
Of a lifetime.
I hope
also
only
don't
once a
feel
lifetime.
Very good. I think maybe I ate too many bugs.
You can't be poisoned, but it might give you an upset stomach. I don't know.
Tummy hurts.
I can't say that I have a lot of experience in plucking bugs out of the air and eating them.
You should try it. Well,
No.
maybe not. It feels bad, but you should maybe do it anyway. That's
Do it as,
generally
like,
my motto.
revenge. You realize, Eludere, that your body is digesting those bugs.
Not very
Thank
well.
you so much for highlighting
Maybe,
that.
I'm just thinking, maybe you want to stay in Friend's body for a little bit longer so you don't have to do that.
But how many more bugs are they going to eat?
If they feel sick, maybe no more.
No.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's really on the cards. Friend, have you
It
ever
was
had...
meant to be a positive thought.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Terra.
I do think it was a big mistake to introduce ourselves as our bodies' names.
But what if we swap back and then we have to reintroduce ourselves?
What if we don't swap back the whole time we're here? Then if I want to talk to Terra, I have to call Terra Attenborough, because I'm Terra.
We could start with the name of who's in the body and then say the body name, and it can be like a fun game. Like, I'm Temi G.
What if we merged our names together?
Oh,
I could be N?
Friendoboi.
I am going to be your end if you keep eating bugs.
You say that, but you can't
No!
touch me.
Can, as a friend is trying to eat a bug, can I try and Eldritch Blast it out of the hair?
Sure. Roll me a attack, but we'll make it like not if you're trying to specifically get the bug,
Yeah.
we'll make it like 5 higher than what a friend say. Sorry, Eludere. Wait. Oh god, Eludere has a really high AC. Let's make it 2 higher than what Eludere's AC is.
Okay. Wait, I think maybe
You
I
have
got
plus
it.
7.
Oh, 24 then.
Yeah. Eldritch Blast directly into this bug. This bug is just blown away. All you're left with is just like little bits of like grit on your fingers from the bug that you picked out of the air.
Don't lick your fingers. I can see what's going. No, please don't do that.
I get the feeling, Eludere, I'm not used to this yet. Perhaps don't tell friends things they cannot do. Because they'll just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Just want to do it more.
It's my body. They should respect my wishes. Do not do that in my body.
Well, at Curse the Stars, you've swapped with the worst thing then, I guess.
Well, never mind,
Do you have
friend.
tentacles?
Hey.
I've always thought that you had tentacles.
Excuse me. No. I don't think so. Can I do a vibe check? Do I have tentacles?
You don't.
I don't think you have
Oh.
tentacles today. Yeah. If you have eyes,
Today?
tentacles. Yeah.
I have.
Tentacles aren't an all the time thing.
Mm.
Oh.
I mean, if you want some kind of information, no matter how much I focus and try, I can't get them to coordinate themselves and just go at the same time.
I've noticed that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
not
not
great.
just a you thing.
Oh, would you?
No,
would you
I can do that in my body. I can blink. I'm saying that at the moment I can't. That's a usual thing I can do.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, they kind of just do whatever they want.
Great.
When you
I
get
was
back in
gonna
your body,
say,
you should
should
pay
I-
attention to your blinks.
Blink them in like clockwise.
Temi's just sitting there. Just blinking.
It's a very bad idea, but G is going with the I'm very hard to hit right now, so if I'm a little shit, things might be fine.
We know that we can set you on fire. We saw Attenborough do it.
Watch out, tin can.
Maybe perhaps we don't set my body on fire. I've already failed to kick down a door today. I don't need to be set on fire and be able to watch it at the same time.
Yeah, what kind of
Alright,
memory
yes.
is that?
Ooh.
Eludere is gonna sidle up to Friend, and just knowing what's going on in the whole mouth region with the amount of bugs that have been eaten. Friend, have you ever had a blackberry before? A dried one?
I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe?
well, she's gonna like pull like the front of the cloak and like reach her hand into one of the inner pockets, and she's gonna pull out a little pouch of dried blackberries, and she's gonna like shove one into like, yeah, eat. If you every time you think, ooh, bug, delicious, have one of these instead.
I'm not eating bugs because I'm hungry.
No, but I'm saying if you have the urge to do so, please reconsider and have a blackberry instead.
But if I eat a blackberry, how will I know what the bugs taste like?
Is your stomach still feeling weird?
A little bit.
Just hold up on the whole bug eating just for like a hot minute then, and go with blackberries just for like an hour.
Okay,
All
for
right,
now.
good talk. What are we doing? Why are we here?
Let's go see Nash.
Let's
Yes.
go see Nash. Let's see
Please.
what Nash X would have to say about this.
Well, nice. That's
So
what the X is for, right?
you managed to find him fairly easily, sitting in a very similar position to what he was when Temi had gone to speak with him before. Like he's kind of like resolved himself closer to the kind of gardening shed this time, and is kind of like ordering people around. And as you all approach, he just looks to you all and just takes a deep breath and just, welcome on back. How may I assist you now?
Or
I could
we maybe
certainly.
offended one of the servants inside.
It's no worries. They happen to be quite precious in some things. Can't really do much joking around with them in there. So I can certainly take you around, though. Take you on a bit of a tour of the exterior, as they like to say. If you don't mind, give me
That
but
would
a
be
moment.
lovely.
I can delegate some
Yeah.
of my duties around, but it is a very important day today, so let's be off to do that, and then I will be back with you shortly. Bows, turns, and walks towards like a group of gardeners that are standing around, and he kind of sends them on directions.
In
Is
military commands.
Is there like any indication what special event he's referring to? Is there like pavilions or like, I don't know, fucking party banners out anywhere?
Roll me a perception check.
You get advantage
Wow.
because you have the lenses.
That is true.
Oh, cool. Okay, that one's an 11.
Welcome to my world.
And that one's 2. 11.
11.
Aw.
It looks like a fairly well-maintained manor. It looks very neat. It doesn't seem to have any outward sign of there being any special event today.
Do we just wait until he gets back?
I mean, I guess.
And yeah, after a few moments, eventually Nash returns back to you and kind of like dusts his hands off. You can see they're like covered in a bit of dirt and that kind of thing. And he returns back to you and just, well, I can certainly take you on a tour around. It'll be a few hours. I hope you don't mind. But you ready to go? I'm ready.
Tour is going
Let's
to
do
take a couple of hours?
Well, yes, there's quite a bit to show you. You must understand. Also, we have access to the cellar from the outside, so I can also take you through there if you're interested.
Can we do that first?
I don't think you want to do that.
Why?
Why not?
The last time we had wine from here, it didn't go particularly well.
But
Yeah,
wouldn't it be good
that's-
to investigate that now?
Oh, I thought you were implying you needed to be drunk to be able to deal with the situation. That's how I
No.
deal with a lot of
Real wine tour,
situations, and I
man.
don't think this is
No.
a bad time to do that.
I don't want to be a mushroom again, please.
That was really projecting, G.
Shut the fuck up!
Just hearing the
No.
deadpan Eludere voice is very throwing.
It's so hard to think friend things in someone else's voice.
Mm.
I feel like the voice, like, it brings out the stupid shit.
Yeah. I can assure you the wine is quite drinkable, very pleasant. We've had many good reviews.
What on Yelp or
I believe it's maybe on a message.
Yes, Lady Eludere has actually come all the way from the Emperorine Empire, so...
Yes, I have.
That's quite a distance.
Yes, we heard on
It's
Yelp.
very, 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 very far.
It is.
I
Be
feel
nice
it's
to
almost.
me.
I feel it's almost the most further north that we've ever been, I believe.
The most furthest north ever city, yes. Except for the Dragonland, which I'm assuming that probably they have their own cities and structures and like culture and whatever, but it's the furthest most northern city, yes.
I'm sure there's quite a few nice taster wines from up there, I'm sure.
Yes, but we're here for these tasty wines here.
Understand. Well, if that's where you'd like to start, we can certainly make our way over. Or you can certainly tour the vineyard with us as well. I can show you a few of our prized grape varieties that they put together for the wines, but otherwise, we've got plenty of other places to show you, certainly too.
Wine
So,
first, perhaps.
Yes.
Whispers to Temi. Temi in G body. Temi, G, do you think you can maybe I actually can talk with this, speak with the plants when we go to maybe see the grapevines.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Oh yes. Where is Totlington anyways? Where do you keep him?
He's in the bag.
In the bag. Totlington is a free elf.
He
What is
likes
this
it in
free-
there. He's got a little blanket and everything.
Oh dear, that's quite good actually. Anyways, we'll remind ourselves of that later.
Yes.
Attenborough's like, this is an animal rights violation. You've put him in a bag.
He chose it.
Yeah, I mean,
If it were me, he'd be on my shoulder at all times.
Does this mean I can speak with Shadow?
Yeah.
if you speak with animals, yeah.
I don't know, do I?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but wait, would that spend a spell slot? Or
Think- I think you can ritual cast it, but then that takes 10 minutes.
yeah, it takes 10 minutes.
While we are touring.
Yeah, while we're sipping wine, you can just be like, yes, I'll be
Yeah.
right with you.
Yeah.
Just
While I'm
thinking.
walking around, like I'll like kind of do that, and it'll feel really odd because it's like kind of like Attenborough's body just acting on instinct, and Terra is kind of the terrified pilot going, "I guess." Shadow, like kind of. Do you know? Do you know who I am? Well, I don't think that worked. Okay. Temi, and kind of nudge.
Nudging this very tall fireball like boom. Oh yes. What?
How does it? How do you talk to Shadow?
Oh, the
I don't know if it
animal
worked.
thing.
I don't know
right,
if it
right,
worked.
Right. Okay, so you kind of have to, basically like, all right, you gotta fix up your posture. Look straight ahead. Okay.
Why is it always my posture?
Yes, because you're naturally slouching and you don't have the metal armor anymore. You gotta.
Yes, I will say, not having to wear a shirt is quite comfortable. The breeze is quite nice.
Thank you. I feel seen. Oh my god. Okay.
I envy you somewhat. It's
Well, I mean, I don't
You
recommend. it
don't
for
have to
everyone.
wear a shirt.
you can't just say things like that.
We don't have to wear a shirt.
Yes, I believe we do.
I mean, you have your own right, but anyway.
The armor is heavy.
Imagine Terra's face. You're like, my armor's heavy. Yeah. Well, Attenborough will explain to Terra how to like focus to like cast a ritual for speak with animals. Friendoboi.
I suppose like, I could get it to work if I guess, but Shadow's probably just gonna be like, yeah, what? Like, I'm not interested. I'm a cat. Like, it's fine.
Oh, Shadow is like around Attenborough going, doing that cat moving to places and make a sound.
But yeah, for the rest of the walk, probably it's just Attenborough to trying to like do like I don't know, like probably like mini cantrip druid powers, just trying to get used to it or just see how it's different and not being used to having a cat around her neck going kind of like, what are you doing? Feed me, give me snacks, like I mean, I'm guessing that's what Shadow does because he's a cat, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
hello, yeah, like probably
And Attenborough's like, stop! No, don't give it to him. He just fed him half a candle ago. Do not fall for the trap. It's wait for 2 more hours. I know what you're trying to do, Shadow.
I love that you as Temi can still talk to him.
Thankfully.
Also very true.
I mean, it's probably like, you know, when you know a cat well enough, you know what brand of bullshit that they bring to the table. It's like, oh, you want dinner? You want snacks? Like, you've just been fed. I know your games, so...
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
But yeah.
I'm gonna have that song stuck on my head for the rest of the day. Yeah, so after a few moments, Nash returns and we'll just the cellar first, I'm assuming.
Yes, thank you.
Alright, let's head. And he'll head off towards, kind of gesturing out towards, like kind of a bit to the side of the house. And yeah, you head on off with them. It is at this point that we will take a break for tonight. We will be back very shortly with more of this stuff. Appreciate your faces. Thank you so much for being here. What do you feel would be a good break question?
How many more bugs will Friend eat in Eludere's body? What's the most heinous thing Friend's gonna eat in Eludere's body?
I was wondering if they'd have rats in the basement.
No!
You wouldn't have the sharp teeth anymore, though. So, might be a bit
I'd
of
make
time.
do.
No.
Um,
She does have like pointy incisors.
alright. Okay, perfect. We will be back very, very shortly. Appreciate your faces. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back soon. Bye-bye! Ba-blam, ba-blam. There's no ba-blam, ba-fuck today. Well, not today. This time around. I did it.
I love that with no context.
No fucks today.
Not a singular fuck was given. Alrighty, Rudy. We jump back into episode 10, where Nash is taking the party to explore the cellar of Serpent Lash Manor that has randomly appeared as though it was never broken before, and some weird fucky magic shit is happening right now, and the party have no idea what's going on because each of them appear to be in the bodies of their friends. Exclamation mark swap. You can get the rundown on who is who and who be what. Other than that, we jump immediately back in with Nash guiding you through the exterior of the manor. You're passing through a number of staff and people that are just kind of minding their own business, doing their thing, getting set up for what is supposed to be a big event for tonight. You're not exactly sure at this point what exactly that would be. And yeah, you're just having a good stroll by. You get to see a lot of the grounds in there, what you imagine would have been their original state, and they're beautiful. You can see the vineyards from this distance. You can also see extensive gardens and such, some for vegetables and herbs and such to maintain the household, but also some that are just purely for decorative purposes. See a few sitting areas and things like that. And it takes you quite a while to walk around the side of the house to head towards the cellar. You have plenty of time while you're walking to that.
Before I forget, because I will forget, you raise a good point. The magic is oopsie whoopsie did a fucky wucky around us, right? Can I examine that with my new found well, no, I misread it. I don't have proficiency in Arcana as Attenborough, but I do have biceps and no shirt. So, is it an illusion? Is it? I'm guessing it's not. Well, I mean, maybe it's time travel. I don't know. Words.
Roll me I guess an Arcana check is probably the best one there.
Okay.
Or perhaps investigation, either of which.
Okay, they're both the same, I believe. Okay. But you know what? It's better than any of my perception rolls, so I'll take it. Okay. That is numbers of words. 13.
13? 13 is enough to know that for all intents and purposes, everything seems very normal right now. And you're not really sure why, because obviously you remember approaching the manor. You remember walking up here and seeing what it looked like before, and now it looks like this. But you did also have some experience with the hallucinatory terrain from the shadows from before, so that kind of thought enters and exits your mind a few times, but you just can't find definitive proof. As you touch things, they appear solid, so it doesn't have that same kind of feel and kind of obviousness that the other one did.
Okay, thank you.
So we are walking towards the cellar, was it?
Yeah, so you're just spending a fair decent amount of time walking to the cellar entrance. Nash ahead of you, and each of you filing in behind as you feel.
Can I look around to see if anyone is particularly paying attention to the passing of our group?
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
15.
15? 15 is enough to know that within your immediate vicinity, there isn't anyone that pays you more attention than what you feel is necessary. You are still a group of people who don't work here, and you are strangers to these people, so there are a few looks, but nothing that is spent too long gazing kind of thing, you know? Like, no one is, like, intently watching you.
Okay.
Is it so? You said they're preparing for a party. It's not like guests are arriving. Like they're still just like putting up streamers and. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
so
it's still
it is
really
the-
early, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the equivalent of 8 o'clock in the morning right now.
That's right. Okay.
I think Tamiji would be really flaunting as much as she could, just like making the most of being stunning and hoping that people are looking at her because for the first time ever, she feels immaculate. Like,
Right?
and
I love that
I
for
am
you.
in my element. So I rolled a 16 and that's plus 10, so 26.
26. You feel that any eyes that would possibly fall upon the party are falling directly on you. You manage to get a slight swagger to those hips and kind of move on through. You're feeling confident, you're feeling hot, you're feeling pretty, all those things.
Hell yeah.
There's even like the slightest little like ASMR sparkle to you in the sun at this point as well.
Tamiji is
Cullen.
It's not unlike
Fuck
that.
yeah. I suppose more like Alice Cullen. I'm so excited right now.
It's infinitely better.
It's Tamiji basically screaming, "Dangerous woman!" And
Yes.
Even as you like go past one of the vineyards, you see there's these like two people in the field. One of them looks to you and just kind of like holds their hat up for a moment and just keeps staring. And the one who's directly beside them will just donk them over the back of the head and just be like, "Keep working," and then head back. This other person is just staring and just, "Oh, right," and goes back to what they were doing.
Terra has definitely at some point in time just really appreciated her ass. This is not part of her she gets to see very often. She's just purposely walking behind herself like, yeah, yep, it was good.
I love that.
Oh shit.
How long is it taking us to get to the cellar?
Taking me a while. It's a fair decent way. It's not like a small amount of time for you to get there. Nash will be like pointing out all the different places as you go, kind of giving them a bit general, being like, you know, there are these types of grapes here. This is the part where we grow these. This is where we sustain the household. La 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 la. Kind of, you can see the servants' quarters from here. You can also see where the gardening tools are held, and also, you know, like these are where we keep the carriages, the stables, that kind of thing. Just kind of generally giving you a bit of a walk around.
Eludere will do like the appropriate amount of nodding and like, yes, very good. Like to seem like we're engaged with what he's doing.
Just like eyes out, looking for the cellar. But yeah,
Sorry. No, I was gonna say, because the label of that bottle of wine said, "Old maid Lord Serpentlash, you know, lost his wife who was definitely out of his league," or whatever, or something. Like, we got told that either from the label or, you know, like, she was a half-orc, of course she was out of his league.
Yeah.
But is, I forgot his name, Nash, Little Nash, rather. Okay, there we go. Is he has he said anything about Lady Serpent Lash, like, in the present tense? Like, because I'm trying, so, like, because he remembered giving G his coat, what, I don't know, like, I think I might have tried to figure out, like, if he's aware that he's dead or whatever, but, like, is he talking in a time where it's like, he's in a mindset where, yes, Lady Serpent Lash is still alive, and the vineyard is totally cool, or whatever. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I understand you completely. You're trying to get, like, a idea of, like, what time it is, like, what's going on,
or
that
at
kind
least
of thing.
what he thinks it is.
Yeah.
Like, and to give us, like, any clues as to, like, when this kind of, not an illusion, but, you know, like, when we are, I guess.
Yeah, of course. You realize, as he's kind of moving through and talking about the vineyard, it takes a while for him to explain a few of the different places, but eventually he does reveal that Lady Serpentlash died, and Lord Protanus Serpentlash has been suffering since. And this event that's coming up tonight is meant to be one of his first kind of public forays in a while, especially since her death. Things have been hard around here. It's been a while, feeling self-secluded and stuff, but this is the first time that they've held such a large party in this place.
We'll be expecting a lot of different people of the time.
Yes, we expect there'll be many people coming through our gates. Quite a few in their fancy outfits and fancy costumes. I believe it's even a masquerade ball of sorts.
Masquerade.
Yes, the masks and such animals of all shapes and sizes.
Very nice.
But yeah, they'll be through sometime later tonight, I'm sure. Most people probably arriving in the late afternoon. Obviously, it's much earlier right now, but I mean, if you're still here, invitations have already gone out, but I don't know, maybe you can schmooze with some of the other nobles around here. Perhaps get yourselves a casual invitation. Come and see for yourselves.
Nash, so just so I can, like, awkwardly, like, yes, here is a notebook that is definitely mine. So clumsy of me. Do you have the date today, by any chance, just so I can mark down this momentous occasion of being here for this big event?
Roll me a deception check. This feels very deceivy in nature.
Come on. Okay.
And Eludere, nope. Right. Saying, yes, we've been on the road for quite a while. You know, you lose track when you've been camping for multiple weeks.
Sure. With advantage.
Okay. Don't fuck me. Don't even think about it. Today is not the day.
Double fours, here we come.
Oh, no! Okay. That's 7.
Right.
I got a 7 and a 5. And it's a +0.
Well, certainly, sure, sometimes the days just get away from you there. A few too many drinks, perhaps, by the campfire or something along those lines, or?
Something along those lines, yes.
Understood. Kind of making direct eye contact with you, Eludere, but just like, there are many eyes. Which one do I focus on here? You're just blinking at different times.
Making like audible like
Yep.
sounds as they blink.
Yep. But yeah, right, certainly. Honestly, I don't have a date in mind, but he will tell you a time just about 5 years ago.
Thank you for blessing me with this knowledge in the wake of my catastrophic failure.
That's
yes,
okay.
his
Sometimes
failure of
that's
having
okay.
too many drinks.
Oh, I meant that to be out of character, but it can be in character too. Like, it's fine. It's fine.
Understood. Sometimes just dates fly by. Really can't tell the time of the week, anything like that. I completely understand. Anyway, let's continue on to the cellar. Unless you have any further questions about the yards, we can explore those later, but we'll probably spend some time down here, if you're all happy with that.
Yes.
Brilliant. Glad to hear it. And he'll lead you down into the cellar. But this is specifically like an outdoor entrance to it. So you kind of walking through this like kind of trapdoor type thing from the top, more like because it's flat to the ground, that he lifts up fairly easily, wasn't locked, anything like that. And you move down a couple of stone stairs and enter into a fairly lavish looking cellar, with a number of barrels set up on the sides. You see years imprinted on the tops, and at the furthermost one, you see the year that is now, I'm trying to do 301 minus 5, 296. That was not hard maths, and yet my brain was like, 296 posted on one of the end barrels there. But you see that it is like fairly full, but kind of has like a bit of tape over it. Perhaps looks like it's fairly new at this stage. But yeah, leads you on in. You're immediately hit with the smell of, they definitely do a lot of reds here. It's definitely that more like harsher, kind of like more, I can't think of the term. I had the term in my head. It's just incredibly heavy and smells like red wine. Everyone knows what red wine smells like. You get that really, really much. You also get the slightest smell of sulfur and like a very faint scent of like roses and vanilla layered on top as well.
This is when Temi G is gonna be starting to flaunt around and pretend like she knows her stuff.
Yeah,
and
of course.
Ask like, oh, so like, what are the notes of this wine? And like, you know, really trying to show off and like touching barrels and like, you know, just being a pest. But trying to be like fancy.
Roll me another performance check.
I feel unstoppable. I just rolled a nat 20. So 30.
Dang. All right, you have no issue at all, feeling very comfortable in your shoes for a moment and kind of channeling that inner nobility, well, not inner, outer nobility to the room. You manage to fairly easily just kind of move through the room and just kind of touch the right places and things. You see a set of wine glasses set up for tasting purposes, and you lift one to your face and just kind of twirl it in your hands in a very graceful gesture as you ask questions about each of the wines. Nash will move over with a small bow and bow? Is that the right word? Yeah, bow. Why did suddenly that feel like the wrong word? Brain. So short-circuited. I think Lucas just sneezed and knocked his head on the door. Because the head was and then a donk. Anyway. He'll lead you towards one of the barrels and we'll pour it out for you. And you get like a couple of like, you know, 10, 11-year-old wine there, but it's lovely. It's fantastic. And yeah, it tastes wonderful. You see that the room is set up in a kind of yearly, what do you call them? Yearly barrels and things, and he'll tell you more about them. Just absolutely eating up everything that you're putting down there, essentially.
Is there
For every... Sorry.
Oh, so sorry. No, you're in your element right now. You go.
I was gonna say, for every like tasting, making sure that the wine is being spat back out, like in the little.
Understood.
Not consuming any of it. Temi has fear. She's
makes
performing,
perfect
but not committing too much. To
Understood.
this.
Understood. And that is generally the polite thing to do anyway when you are wine tasting. So that kind of feeds into the whole thing as well.
Yeah.
But Nash will offer it to each of you as well.
Is there a barrel that has the same date on it of the bottle that we had?
Yes, so that would be the most recent one. But you see that one appears not to be ready at this stage.
And in the swirling, and checking the legs, how leggy the wine is.
Yeah.
You know,
A lot of legs.
Ooh, a real, just nice viscosity. Like swirling it and doing the whole like, yes, I'm going to use my good nostril. Yes, that's definitely wine. Like holding it up. Is there any sediment or like residue
Which
being
one
left?
for?
Or all of them.
Okay,
like,
sure.
so any that we're tasting, want to see if there's residual like grittiness
Yeah, sure.
left in any of the glasses.
Roll me perception check.
Perception. 21.
21. 21 is enough, at least, that as you kind of look through, it's not immediately apparent, but as you kind of end up swirling your wine together and such, you do eventually see small bits of fine sediment appearing at the bottom of the glass. While that's not uncommon, in a similar fashion to the one that you encountered in your wine from earlier. So you have cause to be suspicious.
Okay.
Sorry, go on.
No, what barrels, what are you using for barreling here?
It's a very good question. I have heard that apparently, I don't know, bourbon barrels sometimes make good wine. Weirdly enough, gives you some really interesting notes.
Yeah. Bourbon barrel oak cask. Very good choice.
Yeah, good stuff. Good. We're gonna go with that because that's all I can think of right now.
Hey, if it's
Off
good
the
enough for
top of my head.
penfolds.
Yeah, exactly. We're good. All of my wine training coming into to its true purpose of me explaining wine in a D&D game.
This is such a South Australian chat.
Yeah.
I will kind of try to subtly nudge, I guess as subtly as you can nudge plate armor, Terra. I don't know how to shorten that. Anyway,
Gita.
That's right. Do you think you could try using the divine sense? I don't know how to explain how to do that.
I mean, it would be real good if you could explain how to do that.
The problem is it's just something I kind of feel and I don't really think about. It just kind of happens. Maybe just kind of will it.
So I just want to think about finding out if anything is good or bad.
Sure, think sensey thoughts.
Think sensey thoughts. Okay. I'm gonna try really hard to cast Divine Sense.
Okay, sure. So you kind of struggle for a moment, but eventually
Think
kind
pious
of
thoughts.
exactly, and you channel your inner Terra for a moment there. You touch the holy symbol at your chest, and you feel a power surge through you that you are not familiar with. but you do feel at least is comfortable in that it is still magic. And you feel you can sense things amongst the room. Now, Divine Sense, Undead, Celestial, or Fiend. Let me double check.
Probably spend a moment being distracted by the fact that Jamie is extra shiny right now.
Also very true. I love the fact that Eater is distracted by herself.
Themselves.
Yeah.
Look, honestly, it's a real fucking shame that we didn't just body swap. The dice were not on our side for that, though. Hey, maybe another day.
Very true, very true. So, as you do this, you technically you sense the celestial energy around, I guess, Temi, because Temi is now technically it's weird, around one of you. But technically don't sense anything else. You also do not sense that the consecration or desecration that has gone through with anything here either.
Technically mean? Do I get like a very faint vibe? Like,
yeah, like I will at least let you know that like I'm only saying that you don't get it because it is rules as written, but you definitely get a bad vibe. Right. That makes sense.
Yep.
It's just not something that you can quantify. Like you can't go like, oh, it's definitely like a fiend. It's just like, wow, that's sus.
it feels gross in here, but I don't think there's anything wrong.
Much to think about.
The moustache is
Temiji will
an
remember
interesting
this.
look.
Temichi will remember this.
It is at this point, Temi. This is something that you haven't experienced in this campaign, but is something that does happen to G. You see a small, faint amber glow in the top left corner of this room. On the floor.
Ooh. We've never explained. That's never come up.
Nope.
Does Pastel know this from extensive wisdom saves knowledge?
Probably.
That's...
But
Okay.
what do you think would Temi do?
Stare at it and investigate, but attempting to maintain the same performance she's
Sure.
far given.
Yeah, as you kind of move through the room, let's say like a bracelet that you have around your wrist or something kind of falls to the ground, and you do a little like, oh, I'm just gonna pick it up and like have a look at it.
Bend and snap.
If that's how you feel. Roll me an
Yes.
investigation check, please.
Uh, 19.
19. As you look around at this spot that is faintly glowing in amber, you don't really spot why. But it seems to be in a decent sized space at your feet and beneath your hands currently. And as you're kind of looking through it, can't really tell what this is trying to tell you. You know that something's there. And it seems to be in
Okay.
kind of like a... doesn't have a shape. It's like a blob kind of thing, specifically on the floor.
Am I able to get G's attention to try and, like, is she around enough that I could, like, kind of pull her
Look, if you're bending
me.
snapping, she's probably looking at you. So
It's true. That's really going to come in handy. Oh, thank God, G is thirsty for herself. Yeah, baby, let's go. Huge mood if I looked like this.
I mean,
Yeah, so, yeah.
Probably paying attention.
Okay. G.
Yeah.
I can see something glowing on the floor.
Where?
Like reddish. I don't know
Where?
what it is. I've never seen something like this before.
Where?
On the floor. Here.
Are you like
Yeah.
pointing or just on the floor?
Yeah, I'm pointing.
Oh, I can't see that. This is one of those conversations that we're not going to have right now.
Okay.
Because it's long. That's my angel.
Oh,
He's telling me
oh.
to get something.
Oh, okay. How would I communicate that I'm looking?
Oh, he really doesn't communicate. He's just like, hey, this thing is glowing. Look at it.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I
mean,
will
look,
continue to look.
You can try and talk to him just like in your head.
Oh.
Think like, oi bitch, what is this?
Okay, I'll try that. Temi turns to the glow and is like in her head. Oi bitch. What the glow doing?
Temi G casts bitch. Alright. So
Yes.
for the hell of it, just because I want to get an idea of how easy this is going to be, I'm going to get you to roll off against someone. How about you, Attenborough? You and Temi, I need you both to roll a d20 for me.
13.
Let's not forget about how I fell off the stairs. 13?
Oh,
13 as well!
As you attempt to speak to G's angel, who you are not familiar with, you feel for a moment radio silence, for sure. Nothing speaks back to you and you feel a little bit silly for a moment.
Retract the bitch statement.
As you kind of say that, kind of nervously in return, you hear something in a short but muffled reply. Look to the stone. But you kind of feel it as though it's like a rumbling like radio transmission, like it's very interrupted.
Alright, well, can Temi investigate the stone? Like is it the wall?
A stone of the
Like
floor. Stone of the floor.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, sure. And G, are you assisting with this?
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
You can either roll separately or one with advantage.
What is it? Is it
Investigation.
perception? Investigation. Let's just give Temi G advantage.
Okay, sure.
Damn, thank God. It's a 13. Not good.
Wow.
13.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 3 originally, so. Ooh, maybe.
Sure. As you're kind of looking to these stones, fortunately you just can't see what it is they're looking for. And it's kind of that moment where like someone is like trying to point something out to you, like very gently, and you're just like, I don't understand! Like, that's the kind of feeling right now.
I feel very stupid, but I don't know what they're trying to tell me, G. Jeter.
I don't know what to tell you. Did he say anything?
Just to look at the stone.
Which
something to
stone?
do with this stone. It's just pointing like to. She'll like touch pretty like firmly like against it like this one. The one that's glowing.
I don't see the glow, but can I investigate the rock and see if there's something there?
Well, as you kind of do that, and as Temi kind of points directly into this stone, Temi pulls her finger away, and there is a small bit of like red flecks on the top, like the tips of her finger. I am also assuming that Nash is being chatted to by probably everyone else in the party at this point. Just assuming this. Just put that out there. He's not just like standing there as Temi is just like attacking the floor with her finger. But yeah, Temi pulls back with small red flecks on the tip of her finger as you go to inspect the stones.
We should get Friend to lick that and find out if it's wine or like blood.
I don't think Eludere will like that.
Elodie doesn't have to know.
I can do it.
Okay.
Wait, that's not my voice.
Can
I mean,
it's-
it would actually work better if we got Elodie to do it because they're in Friend's body, but I don't know if they'll go for it.
we talking
It's
about
for the greater
licking
good.
stones? Yeah, can Elodie hear what's going on?
Yeah, look, Friend has a very decent perception, like passive perception. I'm imagining that you know most of what's going on right now.
Yeah, if either of them look over, Elodie's like all eyes.
Wave them over.
Yeah, come.
Just, like skulks over. What are you talking about? What are you
Lick
trying
my
to get them
finger.
to do?
Don't ask
What?
questions. Just lick my finger.
We need you to tell us what this is, and this is Friend puts it in their mouth, and sometimes they can tell us. Just like investigate that. Or you can lick the rock on the floor.
I think my finger's a little cleaner.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm just gonna grab G's hand and just like.
Not G's!
Oh no, but like, sorry, in G's body, like, yeah, Temi in
Yeah.
G's body,
Yeah.
and just like,
God,
I was
this
like,
is
oh no,
confusing,
you're
isn't
gonna
it?
lick multiple people's fingers due to miscommunication.
yeah, just grabs both hands.
Roll me a nature check, please.
What is the nature? 19.
19 is enough to know that that is old and dried blood.
That's blood. That is not wine.
Oh, excellent.
It's old blood.
Why would your angel want to tell me about blood?
Because you know how this place is like haunted, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it has something to do with the fact that the winery is covered in blood.
Oh. Much to think about. Okay.
And if wait, who's talking to Nash? Is that was Friend talking to Nash, or was there Attenborough who was talking? Who was distracting Nash?
I would try and help at least. I'd be like, yes, I love nature and the outdoors. Let me tell you about trees.
This wine tastes the same as I remember, but where are the friends who share the memories?
Yes,
Would,
so I imagine.
Would Temi be had drinking experience?
Yes, but like less so with wine, I'd say. Like it's not something she regularly drinks, but yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then definitely Nash and what are our names again? Hang on. Attenborough. Attenborough. And so he's like, oh yes, I come from the place. I'm not very familiar with wine and stuff. We do fermentation, but do tell me the whole story. Yes. Look this way.
Yeah, fairly detailed. We'll tell each of the three of you kind of the detail of what you need to know to make wine. And obviously being in that much detail, you feel that he is adequately distracted from whatever chaos is going on directly behind him.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Looking around, is there any signs of like no secret doors or anything? Like prodding around where the blood was?
Roll me a investigation check.
Yeah, or even like on the ceiling, like is there anything directly above?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 is enough to know that there are, you can say with pretty much decent certainty, that there are 2 entrances to this cellar. The way that it's set up is it's very long and fairly narrow, and there are barrels on either side and kind of like a small alcove for like a table kind of deal. But there's very clearly steps that you came in on that kind of come from upstairs, and there are stairs that head upstairs, probably further into the manor. But there are no trapdoors or anything along.
Is there like any indication from where the blood splatters are, like a direction at all? Is it just like a splatter, or was it like there was a body and it has been moved kind of vibe?
Yeah. Roll me a medicine check. Now that it's been pointed out to you.
16?
16? 16 is enough to know that it is a pool of blood. So, take with that what you will, but there's definitely
up at
pools in this area. But you don't,
Yeah.
you don't seem to see anything on the ceiling above you with that roll, at least. You don't seem to see any other places with anything on there. It is just specifically this section.
Is this section free of barrels or anything like that? Are there barrels?
No, there's definitely
here,
still
or-
barrels around. You get the feeling that it's kind of like, it would have been like a, like it wouldn't be unrealistic for someone to have like gotten a drink and then fallen over and just, I don't know, lost a bunch of blood or something. Like it's not a weird place for someone to be, essentially.
Had one too many, tripped and absolutely domed themselves on the cobblestone.
Something like that.
And they're like, you know what? We don't need to clean that up. It looks like red wine.
But yeah, vibe you get. Nash will have just finally gotten to the end of the explanation regarding the wines, and will look to Terra and Attenborough, obviously not as themselves, and also Friend just kind of lurking around at some point, and will just, if you have any further questions, I can guarantee that many of my colleagues are much more knowledgeable about this process than I am. I'm simply the gardener, but I hope it's shed some light for you, and if you have any further questions, again, not me. I've shared all I know.
Thank you kindly.
How many people work in this space normally?
Specifically the cellar, or across the building? Well,
In the cellar, who deals with the wine the most?
Well, we have many people that work throughout in the winemaking process. We have the servants for the house, obviously, and then there are people that work the vineyard. I'm also suddenly really embarrassed about an accent, but I'm gonna jump straight back into it. But
It's a very good accent.
yeah, but you know when like you're trying something new and then everything's fine until one moment and you're like, I would like to crumple into a ball and never appear again, but I'm back. I'm back on
I
those
just need to
rails.
tell you how much of a good time I'm having with this southern accent, Boris. Please, much more of it.
Glad you enjoy. But he will explain essentially that there's perhaps a dozen people that work roughly on that. There's kind of like, it's more seasonal, obviously. There's not a lot for them to do in the off seasons for a lot of the crops and things. So there's generally a rotating amount of a dozen, and then more so when it comes to like pickings.
Who's your head sommelier?
Well, I believe he's not around right now, possibly here later, but I believe it's a gentleman named Edmund. He'll be wandering around later.
And I will assume Edmund would be at the party this evening.
Certainly. We will only deal with the best for our guests, especially with such a wide variety of people. Wouldn't want to get him up too early. Getting down here, it is still just past the crack of dawn for most people with money.
Money doesn't have a time. Money never sleeps.
Correct, but rich people
Yes.
do, and they're probably just rising themselves.
Are you suggesting that our two noble ladies are not rich?
No, I'm simply implying that you are a different sort. More my type, for certain.
Don't know how G would take that. So Temi G would be like a little bit like, I'm not fucking good
He's
enough.
like
Yeah, I'm kinda-
everybody's type.
Yeah, like just because I'm adventuring doesn't mean I'm not posh and rich. Thanks.
More the
In
implication.
her head.
I
Yeah,
have dragons in my house. Jesus Christ.
more the
Pitching who I
implication
am.
was meant to be that he likes nobles who get up earlier, not that
Yeah,
he is romantically interested in anyone. Just putting that out there.
Oh no, not like that. not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Friend is like real hot to this gardener. It's gonna be even more fun on a day where they wake up with tentacles.
Okay, well,
Shall we tour the grounds? Or they may have wrangled someone to give us a tour of the inside of the estate, I'm not sure. She said she was going to get the best to lead us around.
We can't have the best waiting, so
Yes, she was definitely pleased about it.
Sounds delightful. Shall we? Please, Nash, this has been a lovely tour. Let's, skedaddle? I don't. Oh, my brain went completely blank. Ignore me.
It would be wonderful if you could give us a tour of inside. However, the garden seems to be your domain, so we would hate to impose.
Yes, unfortunately, I may track dirt through the house, and apparently everyone else doesn't quite like that. Sadly, but you know. I'm sure that whoever they send out to assist you will be of much assistance to you all. Pleasant bunch, and I'm sure they will be just as kind.
okay. Shall we move to a waiting area then?
Ooh, this is a bad idea. I would like to grab Temiji's hand. I want to try and stay behind and figure out how to get in here from not that other out, so that we can come back later, but not through the main entrance.
Yep.
And I know that Terra can't see shit, and I know that I can.
Yeah. So,
Oh
are
my
you
God,
trying to
look at
work
them
out
holding
like
hands?
the internal door? Is that
yeah.
essentially
Yeah.
it? Yeah. There's no such thing as like sense of direction. Maybe survival?
Okay. That's a good old plus nothing to a 13.
13. 13 is enough that you know the general direction of where the door would be. Obviously, once you go inside, it's going to be much larger than what you, like, you know, it's just the nature of dealing with, like, big manors and things. Like, you can't tell quite how many rooms there's going to be on the inside, but you get the feeling that you know at least a general area for where this door will be. Like, you've mapped out that it's at least on the western side of the manor, and that you probably think you could work it out.
Can you look in that general direction for like a secret door?
Yeah, absolutely. And she'll like be brushing against the wall, like for any like loose stone, things like that.
Yeah, sure. Roll me a investigation check.
I rolled a 17, so plus 7 is 24.
24. You know with absolute certainty that there is not an additional entrance in here. Once you've run your hands across the wall and such, Eludere managed to make a fairly good look around the room for hidden entrances, but you, with even further clarity, understand that there is not a secret entrance here. There is simply the two that are very obvious. Like, you don't feel any gusts of wind as you go near a door. You don't feel any, like, loose stones that would suggest, like, a secret passage or anything like that. You know with absolute certainty there are only two entrances.
That means other people might see us getting in there. Okay, I was really hoping for like a third secret door. Well, a third door that is secret. Okay.
Let's hurry.
The door, sorry. You can run off if you would like. I will catch up.
No, I'll
The
stay
door
with
that
you.
leads into the manor.
Yep.
Does it have like a lock or anything on it?
Yes, it has quite a large lock on the... well, like, you get the feeling that with the way that it's set up, and you've kind of seen doors like this before, that would be locked on the other side.
On the other side.
Because
I was gonna see
obviously,
if we could
like, they
unlock
wouldn't
it and
want-
leave it open for later.
Yeah, it would be locked on the... It would be that this door is barred on the other side kind of moment in the video game. Because you
Pain
get
of
the
my
feeling
existence.
that they don't want the workers to just stroll through the house, so...
Okay, we can go. I was gonna see if I could unlock that door, or you could technically unlock that door, and then we could leave it unlocked so that we could sneak back in later. But another plan,
We
perhaps.
might be able to schmooze up in the manor and see who we can get close to. Bring us back down again later.
I mean, I'm not certain you're gonna get someone to take a whole group of us back down here.
Just me, maybe.
yeah.
Me and you and maybe I don't know, a friend is charming enough to
Maybe we could gag them.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
They're not saying weird, outlandish shit. They're very, very pretty. Well, Eludere, my friend. Not the friend isn't like pretty, but also not like party pretty.
Yeah.
5 eyes aren't good enough for a party? Jeez.
Five Eyes probably not exactly. If friends Five Eyes manage to seduce someone, G and Terra probably aren't going to work out for that person.
Fair. Fair.
We can try that one day.
Alright. So, Nash will head on out, and we'll kind of give you a general tour again, but as you suggested, you would like to instead wait in the waiting room. He will head you back up to the manor and lead you through the front door. You see the same servant from earlier, nods in your direction and is kind of moving and bustling around very quickly, like definitely very busy. And they lead you off to the right-hand side to a small waiting room. You see quite a large desk with a number of papers all on top. You get the feeling that this is probably Lord Serpentlash's, one of his many desks and such. But you see the small waiting room with numerous chairs throughout. A very large, expansive space, plenty of books, that kind of thing. And you're able to set yourselves up quite nicely in the room here as you just kind of await what happened.
I guess Atop will be asking the like Temiji and Geeter about like what they found.
Yeah, Temi would be like kind of filling everyone in about the blood, and to make sure like we're keeping an eye on anything That doesn't look quite right.
Makes sense.
And that there is only those 2 doors, so
yeah.
we don't need any more people to check.
Pool of blood. Crimson? Possibly.
Could be just a very bad accident, but
How? Who's in the manor? Who's the one that's dead?
the wife.
The lady.
The lady Lash. Do we know how she died?
Is
Or
that
would you
something that we would have heard? Like, would G have heard a rumor of? Like, 5 years ago, she was 15, so she may not have really given a shit. But like, if it was something horrible, she might remember. Does she
It's also
know how
nobility,
Lady
so-
Serpentlash died?
Roll me a history check. It will be with Terra's modifier.
Okay. What is history? +5. Okay, that's okay. It's 16?
16.
No, 17. I'm better at math.
17 is enough to have at least, like, the name definitely rings a bell. You remember that the murder was, well, it was called a murder, but more specifically, she died under suspicious circumstances, and for a long time it was blamed on Lord Serpentlash. But there was no definitive investigation that proved whether or not he was involved. Simply that she died through strange means. That's about all that you can remember.
I will pass on that it was weird. It was almost certainly murder. Nobody was ever caught.
I suppose in the course of us figuring things out, I mean, I don't think time travel is something that's possible. So presumably, well, we don't know whether we can act with or without consequences necessarily. Maybe we don't have anything to be afraid of being seen, well, except the wrath of ghosts. But I'm not saying we should attack every person we see, but I don't think we're going to change anything, if that makes sense. I don't think we need to be afraid of consequences beyond whatever weird magic thing we're in at the moment. So we could find out. Maybe.
Should we try and get invited to the party?
I think that would help.
Yes, most likely.
I mean, if they don't want to invite us to the party, we can always just sneak in.
I don't know if I can do that. But
I can now do that.
yes, and friend can definitely do that in my body. I fell over just trying to walk earlier, so I'm not confident in my ability to get in unseen.
I definitely think the invite's a good way to go about it. Let's try that.
I guess we need to wait until someone just comes and shows us around.
I love waiting.
And as you do, just kind of patiently waiting in the study/waiting room at the front of the house, You kind of like get to spend a little bit of a moment just kind of admiring the decor. It's very ornate, very stunning. And after a few brief moments, you hear kind of this like whispering amongst each other as you see two people approach you. One of them is a servant from before, and she's speaking with a taller gentleman, quite composed, well-dressed, and certainly not a servant of any means. He seems to be mostly well-composed, and as he enters into the room, you immediately get the strong scent of those roses and vanilla as his kind of cologne as he enters in. You see an older man, kind of salt and pepper beard and hair slicked back, and you see that he has kind of these quite gaunt cheeks and such, but he looks to you all, crosses his hands, and says, "Welcome to the Serpent Lash Manor. I myself am Lord Pratanus Serpent Lash. I am here to take you on your tour for today. My servant has fucking, I've suddenly forgotten how to speak, has informed me of your entrance, and I will be assisting you from now. You must understand we are quite busy today, but I am very keen to make your acquaintance."
Thank you, Lord Serpentlash, for your time. We've traveled a great many miles to be here. This is... Friend's like turning and... What is Friend doing right now?
Just standing and watching whatever's going on, I guess.
Just like unblinking.
Yeah. It's
I
so
can't.
few eyes.
Yeah, I can't stop blinking, and this is Lady Eludere of House Lunalatus from the Emprenine Empire. Has caught wind of the delightful array of wines that you make.
I love wine. I'm very fancy.
She is
Noble.
very fancy and noble, and I do apologize for our
And I
sudden...
can do this. I want to do a handstand.
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Ow. That was an 8.
No, it's 17, I think.
+9.
Yeah, you managed to fairly gracefully do a handstand. It's a weird feeling for you, but you were able to do it. Lord Serpent Lash will just
Right.
kind of cough for a moment. Sorry.
She...
It's like my hands and my feet.
Yes, she is simply elated to be here. As I said, we've traveled very far. Please forgive her. This is a custom amongst the elves up north. Don't think anything of it.
How is my character the one that's supposed to be high charisma, and yours is the one that's supposed to be low charisma? I don't get it.
Because she doesn't care what people think, so she just says what she thinks.
Doesn't check out.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I am Friend. I attend to Lady Eludere. And this and from around should introduce everyone. And Lady G as well has also heard many wonderful things about your wines.
Oh, many. I'm a big fan of wine. Big fan. It's a little bit of Temi's coming back in the G performance.
Yes, with the altitude and soil acidity and climate, such bold reds are hard to acquisition up north and from where G's from. So we are quite pleased to be here, as I said.
Understood. My colleague did certainly inform me of your varied backgrounds, of course. It is lovely to make each of your acquaintances, and the rest of you. What might your names be?
I'm still Temi, surprisingly, and apparently I'm from. Pause for like a really long time.
Daenerys.
Paris.
She's just like
Real
run up to
far.
Temi.
Real
I-
far, probably a different dimension. It's a lot to think about.
Certainly. After a long morning, I often can struggle with where I'm from. Nice to meet you also. And you both?
Well, yes, hello. I'm Attenborough of the Elder Tree tribe. This here is my cat, Shadow. And love the outdoors, love trees. Vineyards aren't trees, but close enough. You can never have too many plants. Never have too many. And why not have some delicious wine at the same time? This is Terra Thunder, and it's funny because I'm learning so much about the realms that technically in Reneus she is nobility, but everywhere else not so. So there's a lot of really interesting political dynamics, which Shadow and I here are great philosophers and scholars on. A lot of lessons. Much to think about. Much to think about.
Understand. Sometimes it can be difficult to keep up with the social climate of the realms every now and then. Still relatively new at this, of course. Plus 300 years ago. So, anyway, and you?
Me?
Terra, was it? You're the Terra?
I was just introduced.
Of course, simply putting a name to a face.
Yes. I am Terra.
Good to know. Good to know. All right, then if you wish, we can begin our tour, I suppose. And you see that with every fiber of his being, he is regretting picking up this request, but is pursuing through it.
Temi would turn to G and just like, is he all right? Did he have a micro sleep in the middle of that? What?
I think as a party, we just maybe might be talking too much.
Oh, okay.
I think we're frightening literally everybody we speak to.
Oh, that's not the vibe I was going for, being you.
I think you're doing fine, actually.
Oh, thank you. Flips her again.
I think the handstand was probably not a great way to start a conversation.
I'm not sure what the norm is for greetings here.
Not
so.
handstands.
Oh, okay.
It is from up north, though. Don't shun another culture just because you don't understand it. It's fine.
Yes,
They do it all the time.
I will
think
write that down.
I think we were trying to have like a very quiet, whispered conversation, and you've just come in with friends' like huge passive perception and friends' inability to like.
I don't think you're actually correct.
Perfectly in character.
They're my body, okay? This is more. They're my body. Of course, I'm going to defend what they're doing. I don't want to look like an idiot.
They could probably hear you.
I'm talking very quietly.
Oh, you're
I
not.
just physically can't do this voice. Me, the player, can't do this voice quietly, okay?
I don't think friend has ever said anything quietly ever, so I just assumed you were yell whispering.
Yeah.
I'm assuming the quieter version would be, like, way more sinister, like, a low snarl, but I can't do that.
For sure. And as Pratanus leads you out and further into the manor, I think for this week, let's leave it there. let's let everything settle in, let everyone get used to their new roles in the game for the moment, and we end episode 10 tonight with that. All right. Oh, that took a second to stop. That was weird. All right. So today was episode 10. I appreciate your faces. I am BurrowsRed. I am the dungeon master for tonight. Also, my music is working. Hello?
It is
Hello?
working. I can hear it.
I can't.
Oh.
Rip.
Good, but
No,
now
now
I
it is.
can't.
Yeah, I
Cool,
can't hear
cool,
it
cool, cool.
anymore.
Weird.
Oh,
I don't
no,
know.
there
I
it
couldn't
is.
hear it at all. But yes, I've been the dungeon master, and I'm talking about our wonderful players. Starting off with, you know what? Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna try and say the names of the characters that you go in order of. It's gonna get real confusing very quick. Get ready for it. So first off, we have Attenborough, played by Friendoboi.
Hello, I'm Friendo, who is playing the, it's like, what are those dolls called? Matryoshka doll, like the,
Oh,
you
yeah.
open it up, and it's like a little, yeah. I am a half-elf paladin of vengeance. In the flesh husk, nope, it's getting worse, just keep talking, of the human, druid, Circle of the Moon, Attenborough, our favorite man without a shirt. I, Friendo, don't do a whole lot on the internet other than lurk around from time to time. But I sometimes, you know, when like, you know, the planets align and all that, update the world anvil for Burrows' lovely world. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Heck. All right, Mel.
I'm going to say it this way because you almost did, and I thought it was very funny, and it's even funnier this way. I am Maleficent, and I am playing G, who is currently inside her girlfriend.
Nice.
You can find me on the internet doing just shit. I stream and I cosplay, and it's a lot of fun. I'm done now.
What? Oh my god, how do I follow up on that one? Hi, I am Attenborough. Not inside anyone. But at the moment I'm very tall. I am playing Attenborough is playing as Temi, the other druid, so thankfully thank goodness I don't have to learn a lot of different spells, because holy hell, I think I'm not gonna be okay. Yeah, it's I'm gonna check on Toddington next time, I think. Let's see how it's going. Yes. Anyways, I'm good. Have a good day. Have a good one.
Hi. I'm Jimmy or Kat, and I'm playing Eludere Eclipane Lunalatus. Or something like that, I think.
Very close.
And yeah, it's super weird. That's all I have to say about it.
And I guess it's me. I'm PastelSparkles, and today I play G, the brogue. What was the word that we were saying for bard rogue? Asimar brogue. Bog. As Temi playing G, and boy howdy, have I never felt more beautiful in my entire life. And also extremely good at acting. Incredible stuff. Not like Pastel at all. I do a lot of streamy things. On Friday, doing a charity stream playing Alien Isolation. So if you would like to watch a stream and raise money for sick children, please hang out on the Halloweens. Mwah! Big kisses from me.
And I'm Alishiera. I was playing Eludere, Eclophane Lunulatus, piloting the meat suit of Friend. And I think that went great. I think that they love us here, and they're going to be incredibly accommodating and hospitable to us. And that was just a red herring. Burrows saying that he looked like he regretted taking this request, because he's just going to be like, damn, these foreign bitches, they got swag, and I'm just going to tell them whatever they want to know. And yeah, I do internet things. I stream, I make things and exist within this space and reality sometimes.
It is a tad like that. And again, I'm BurrowsRed. I am the Dungeon Master for tonight. I exist on the internet, currently doing some Patreon sticker sheets, so check that out. On Patreon, you can subscribe and get stickers every month that are D&D themed. So keep your eyes out. Today was fun. Today was good. I am excited for next week also. But otherwise, we will be off for today. Just trying to check. So we don't have Chocolatiers this weekend, so the next Wisdom Saves stream will be next Tuesday, again for book club. So we'll see you all then. And I can't think of anything channel-wise to announce, so let's go see someone to rate. That's not what I wanted. I was about to post the quote again. That's not what we wanted here.
Post it again anyway.
Excuse. It's too late. I copy-pasted something else. We're gonna go and raid someone who is doing their third session of their game. I'm not too sure whether it's homebrewed. I'm guessing it's homebrewed. I haven't heard the name, but honestly, that doesn't mean much. I don't play a lot of like canon D&D stuff. All of my stuff is homebrewed. That's not as flex. It's just that my brain is too big for. No,
definitely too big. Another flex from BurrowsRed, incredible DM. Please support in all ways you can.
That was not what I meant to say. I meant
huge brain, mega mind. Some say
it's like if you have train tracks, and my brain is like, I am Friend as Eludere running zigzag across the train tracks. That is how my brain works whenever given a specific plan.
I hope no train is coming.
No train coming.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
That's the brain empty part, but they're still going real fast.
I am confused about the analogy.
I don't know.
My brain is not big like BurrowsRed's really big mega mind.
But yeah, otherwise, appreciate your faces. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye. And send dudes. Or dogs on a mushroom. All of them. Bye.